Hi Leo, welcome to your unexpected reading. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This is for June 29th through July 28th. Also, the link for the recommend a reader is in the description box below. That goes to Light and Glow. Hopefully you get a chance to stop by, check her out, show her some love. Light and Glow. All right, so this is your unexpected Leo. Unexpected for Leo. What for Leo? Leo. 9 of Wands. All right, so that's being about done, but for what? You're standing your ground. You've got some years and experience behind you. You're like, this is not our first issue, my first time with this issue. And don't mistake my, headband or wounded stance for weakness, because I'm well prepared to defend my position. Okay, all right. Okay, Death. Could be Scorpio. We got Hermit, which could be Virgo. 5 of Cups, Justice, and the 3 of Wands. All right, Leo. Who's Leo dealing with here? We have Scorpio, Virgo, Libra. What's Leo dealing with here? Queen of Pentacles, that could be Capricorn, male or female. All right, so looks like you're dealing with some major change, the end of a situation. It's been a long time processing this. It's probably been taking quite a bit for you to come to terms with things, or the change, accepting it, and in the process of being transformed because of the experience. And it looks like what's ahead for you for the month is going to be this soul searching. But we got 9, and then we got Death here. So it's like you're almost there. You're almost done. This isn't going to be going on for much longer. You're almost to the point where you've realized all that you can realize, and you're good. You're not having to continue to go over this into soul search, and because at some point it just becomes machinating and habit that you do it, you know what I mean, especially if it's about the same issue. So all right, so 2 9s, that is receipt. So that's being comprehension or understanding what has gone on, or where it finally makes sense to you, being in receipt of knowledge about the situation to where it makes sense. What's this Hermit about? What's this Hermit about for Leo? What's Hermit about? 7 of Wands. It's a funny, well, not funny, but it's one of those things where it's like, this could be to some degree questioning why something happened, and then through that questioning, it's like you become more resolute and realize, yeah, I will die on this hill. But it's also, I don't know, maybe at first you questioned this, and then you came back around to go, yep, I'm pretty certain I'm still in the same position. My stance hasn't changed. We got 2 cards of being defensive here, or fighting and standing your ground. Not fighting, but standing your ground and being willing to defend what you have and why you think the way you do and what you want. And that, when it comes to that, it's about self-respect. It's about going, no, I can't compromise myself anymore. I won't do it. What's this Queen of Pentacles about? Could be Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with Capricorn. Doesn't have to be male or female. But this could also be somebody that, sometimes it's about control, but this is somebody in terms of love, this is about security in a love relationship. This is about feeling secure in a love relationship. The downside of this is codependency, but the upside is someone who feels very secure and offers that security, who facilitates that security by being stable, nurturing, loving, loyal, and devoted. So this is about a partner's devotion and dependability. What's this 5 of Cups? Oh, there's disappointment here. Why? What's this disappointment about? So there's sadness and disappointment involving things being not so secure, and that's exactly what this issue is here. Is that it's secure, stable, loving, committed, devoted connection, and yet this is disappointment over that. This is sadness over that. So is it that, I don't think this is dealing with a third party, but it's almost like, are you on the outside watching somebody that you're in love with be devoted to somebody else? Or is this sadness because the relationship that you have with this person, your relationship, is not where you want it to be? What's this Justice about? Oh, we got an apology. What's this Justice about? Could be Libra. What's this Justice about? So we got the 8 of Swords, Libra, Justice, and the 8 of Swords. Huh. Wow. What else for this 8 of Swords? Oh. So, is it that your person comes back in unexpectedly and offers an apology, and they're waiting to hear your decision on whether this is going to be the next chapter of your relationship or if things really ended? Looks like things have really ended as far as you're concerned. I don't think there's any going back here, but I think the unexpected piece here is that you get an apology out of the blue. That this is something completely unexpected, and it has every possibility of reversing this ending. However, this Death card, that's pretty final, but transformation does come at the end of this. So it's like, okay, what we had, we've ended, but there could be a new normal. It could be a new something, because there is transformation, you know? What's this 3? Yeah, see? This is you. What's this 3 of Wands? I don't think this is you apologizing. I think this is someone apologizing to you. And it's probably because you're like, you know, I can put up with a lot. I'm very generous, but don't mess with the security or stability or your devotion to me, because I give that and I expect it back. And you did. You messed with it, and it caused the demise of this relationship. I'm disappointed. I'm very sad, but I'm standing my ground. I feel very strongly about this. I will not compromise that. I will not compromise someone's ability to love me like I love, because it, you know, it is a choice, and and it doesn't have to be like for like. I mean, they could show the devotion or whatever that love language is in another way, but if you're here, be present. Don't you take me for granted. What's this 3 of Wands? This 3 of Wands. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. We're suited. All right, this is a marriage. This is a long-standing relationship. This is somebody, if it's not, it's that you two see each other as each other's better half or that committed, connected partner at one time. Very significant relationship that seems to have ended because there was not the same, someone was not getting back the devotion and the commitment and the loyalty and the love. I don't think this is unrequited love. I think this is somebody took the other person for granted and wasn't, you know, maybe took the security and the stability and the devotion and the loyalty for granted, and just wasn't matching up. They didn't do their part in the relationship. And so the unexpected piece here is that they come back to apologize, and this has kind of undone them. They can't really see their way out of this. They don't know what to do. They don't want this ending, and I think their hope, they have not been the same since this has ended, or since you two have. And seriously, this is out of the blue, because here you are under yourself, by yourself, you know, doing your own thing. Look at this. We got the Queen of Pentacles. We got the 9 of Wands. We got the Hermit. I mean, all very independent, if not solitary cards. And then here comes this apology. And they can't move on without you. And they don't know how to fix it, but they don't want it to be over, and they don't know what's going to happen. And are you willing to, like, this is like reversal, a possible reversal, a to be continued of what the prior situation was. This death card, though, that's a tough one to negotiate. So like I said, it could be about a new normal, not going back to what you had, certainly. And this card wouldn't allow it either, because this is older and wiser than the last time you two interacted, or because of experience, because of soul searching time, because of time apart, because of being able to take care of your own needs. So coming full circle, this is like, okay, well, fine, I'm showing back up because I am, loyal and faithful and resilient and courageous and honorable. But do not mistake my battle-worn, world-weary countenance for weakness or for stupidity. Because I got all these wands behind here I'm going to beat your ass with if you know. That I will, look at all that I'm defending. Look at all that I have and that I'm defending. All this knowledge, all this experience, all of my chutzpah and gumption. Don't mess with that. And don't take me for granted, and don't think that's negotiable. So it's kind of a tall order, because you got one more and you're at the 10s, right? And that 10s are cycle completers. So this right here is like somebody still got that crack in the door that they can maybe get their foot in and kind of start to plead their case, I guess. So yeah, this right here, this is negotiable, this ending, or is it just a new beginning because the old situation's ended? It's negotiable. All right. What's his death card about? What's the death card for Leo? So you could have been dealing with a Cancerian person. Also, well, sometimes that's about like, I feel dead inside. Certainly understandable. This is... There's just been a change in how you feel, what your emotional requirements are, what you're capable of emotionally with the person or with this person, how you relate to somebody emotionally. It could also be that because of this experience, you have come out transformed and you're much more emotionally secure. Maybe before there's this codependency issue, or you were imbalanced emotionally. It was just, you were always very emotional about things, or just like, what's going on now? Or, oh my gosh, I can't get my emotional bearings because I'm constantly feeling off center because I'm not getting the devotion and security that I need in a relationship that I'm giving. I'm not getting it back, and it's really got me kind of at an emotional disadvantage. Now there's balance because of this ending, because of this things being set to rights, as it were, and you processing. You've come out the other side pretty balanced. Figured some things out, figured out what you will stand for and what you wouldn't, and you're in a really good place emotionally. So it's not going to be impossible, but this is a 9, and this person's going to have to really be, patient. Perhaps this is your person waiting on you, waiting to see what the next move is going to be, waiting to hear from you. Could be this is saying that you need to wait and be patient about your person. Because here you are here, and then we've got your match over here. So it could be that you've said your piece and now it's their time to wait. Although I don't know if you'd be okay with that, because this is someone that's, not really... They've said their piece and that's that, and there's no negotiation. So for you to be waiting patiently or kind of waiting to see what this person says, I think it might be more about you're in a very secure position and you're in the driver's seat deciding what you want to do. But I don't think you're so much waiting to hear from your person. Maybe your person is waiting for your decision, because you are in a much more emotionally balanced place. Whatever was making you feel insecure, codependent, or kind of off kilter before has been restored, but at great cost, because it took a long time to get there, because this is a process and you're kind of left dry heaving in the corner after you go through it. So for you to come out the other side and now be at a place where you feel emotionally balanced and receptive again, you've kind of been through you've seen some stuff. What else for Leo? That's for Leo. There's that Queen of Pentacles again. Whatever's going to happen is not going to happen quickly. It's not going to happen within this month. The seed will have been planted though, and this is probably the month they come to you with, out of the blue, unexpectedly so, with an apology or some kind of offer to make things right. There's going to be a lot of going back and forth, a lot of communicating. Distance might be involved, so that's going to give things time also. Like, it's not going to happen overnight simply because maybe there's distance involved as well. So that's this also, these are cards of movement and travel as well. So in a way, it's kind of saving you from yourself to stop things from moving too quickly, because if there's distance involved, especially, things are going to have to wait, and it's going to give that wait time and that patience, or, you know, someone's going to have to be patient. So I think that's kind of a good thing, actually, because it gives you time to think. You know, it's weird though, because I feel like we've got all these kind of defensive, almost with a chip on your shoulder, but not quite, positions right here. Solitary, taking care of business, taking care of myself, doing my own thing. I can provide for me and my own, and I enjoy doing so. I like predictability and stability, and I'm a very good partner. Do not take me for granted though, right? So we got all that over here, and then we got you waiting to hear what your person's next move is. That's why I'm like, no, I think I'd like this better if your person was waiting to hear what your next move is, and you're just in a really ultimate solitary, you know, strong position. But I do think this is you waiting to hear what your person's next move is, or if you're waiting for your person to move closer to you after you've been in these talks, because they initiate. And it's because they haven't been able to get over you, basically. They don't know what to do. Despite all the advice from their friends, despite dating multiple people, probably despite online interaction, whatever, they still come back to you. Okay, fine. But they've got some explaining to do. So I don't think this is your person taking some time from you. I think this is, as much as I don't understand it, I don't know why you'd be in a position to wait to hear what your person says when they've initiated the I'm sorry and you're just fine without them. Why are you waiting? Unless this is you basically at the airport waiting to pick up your person. They can take an Uber. Drive down there. Alright, what's this? For Leo, 2 cards for Leo, please. 2 cards for Leo. Alright, so this is Lily's. This does speak to a later in life relationship, a more mature relationship. And if it's not that, I mean, we could be talking about people in their mid-30s or whatnot. But it is a relationship that might have had some longevity to it, or there's a maturity about it. You've had some years together. So either longevity or maturity. You've learned, this is also maturity here, learning a lot because of this experience with someone. This doesn't happen overnight. This is not because of an overnight or a couple weeks thing. This is about, this is process. This is kind of undoing a relationship, undoing years of things. So it is, for as long as you got in something, this process is kind of equivalent to that. Like, it didn't happen overnight. This process isn't going to happen overnight. All right. Okay. If that made any sense at all. It's not saying, well, if you were together 10 years, it's going to take 10 years. No, it's just that this is not just a week. You don't just forget about somebody in a week. You're sorting through feelings here. We got the Hermit and Death. This is about unraveling feelings, looking at everything closely, trying to understand who you are. And it's a very slow process, both of these. But the good news is that you're almost done because we're at a 9 here, and this is saying, you know, we're right here. This is just about done with the process. And then out of the blue, this one comes before the door shuts, and it's like, okay, anything could happen now. And perhaps that's what this is. It's like, maybe it's like more, maybe this is just as nebulous as saying more time is needed to figure out what to do with your person. That this needs to be, there needs to be more dialogue, or there needs just to be more time, or you just need to wait and see. Maybe it's as simple as that. Just wait and see. Because you're in a secure position. You don't need the person. You're fine by yourself, and you know what you know now. So anyway, okay, so we've got this mature later in life or relationship of longevity here, and we've got the Stork. That's about springtime. That's about new beginnings. That's about moving forward with things. This is about progress, moving forward, working on things. So The lilies often amplify whatever is around them. So in this case, it could be that the focus is on having taken some time apart. That might be an understatement if there was a divorce. You're now in a position you're now talking again. Things look brighter. There might be resolution in the works. Things are moving forward. You're talking, working things out, resolving things, or at least making progress towards that. This isn't a card of resolution or happy endings. It's just making progress. It's about progress and movement. So that could be the major focus now for this relationship of longevity or maturity, that you're in talks. Let's say that way, you're in talks. But this one's almost like you got a lot of explaining to do. Okay. All right. Well, Leo, I hope this was helpful. And I wish you luck with your person. You know, the more I look at this, the more it's like it's open-ended. This is open-ended to me. For me, this is open-ended, and that's what this is right here. It's like it's just more time is going to be needed regarding your person. And I say your person, even though these are earth signs, we're suited here. So you're talking about a marriage, if not a very significant partner. More time and patience is going to be needed to figure out what exactly to do, more time is going to be needed for them to further make the effort, explain, whatever it is. More time is going to be needed for that. It's not going to happen overnight, just like this didn't happen overnight. You just got through it, you're almost about done, and then here they come. All right. I hope this was helpful, Leo. I hope to see you in the next reading. And good for you for standing your ground. And you take that time, please. No rushing into it. No starting to argue and getting it. No. They've got some explaining to do, and they'll do it. Just more time is needed. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Take care.